Here's your wrestling news for November 13th, 2020. And your headlines include: The Undertaker spoke to Triple H about a new role in WWE. Many more stars are returning to bid farewell to The Undertaker at Survivor Series. Seth Rollins to take time off from WWE. WWE considering pushing back date of WrestleMania 37. Huge spoiler for Pac's future in AEW. Tony Khan clears up leaked spoiler for AEW Dynamite next week. Former WWE wrestler's leg is amputated. GoFundMe started to help. Why did WWE cancel Shaq's match in WWE? Dark Side of the Ring making interesting choices for Season 3 on Vice. AEW preparing Sammy Guevara for babyface turn. Tony Khan says he has aces up his sleeve for more AEW surprises, and more. We're kicking off with The Undertaker today, as though Survivor Series will be his final farewell, he's not gone from WWE entirely. While speaking with The Wrap, Undertaker said that he'd love to transition into a teaching role at the Performance Center, and revealed that there's already been talks about that happening. He said, "Triple H and I have had many conversations about me working with the talent there at NXT, in Orlando at the PC, and I really enjoy that. And we're just trying to figure out how it works because I'd have to come in and go out. I live in Texas." With Undertaker based in the Lone Star State, it'll be difficult for him to get to Orlando to teach at the center, especially with the current situation making traveling between states much harder. The dead man added that he thinks he has a lot to offer, and we'd certainly agree to that. And with Undertaker saying that he doesn't want to do any more cinematic matches in WWE, teaching at the center could be the perfect way to spend his remaining years in the ring. We're looking ahead to Survivor Series next, as we previously confirmed that Savio Vega will be in attendance in the Thunderdome for the final farewell of The Undertaker, and he won't be alone. PW Insider is reporting that both The Godfather and Kane will be at Survivor Series for the dead man, though their involvement in the show, much like the Phenom himself, remains a mystery. Speaking to Wrestling Inc., Vega confirmed even more names from the dead man's past, as the Bone Street crew will be meeting in the Thunderdome. He said, "So far I'm going to be just there. Some of the BSK members are going to be there, and we'll see what happens. I hope something happens there. I'm just happy to be with my crew, my guys. You got Fatu, Rikishi, you've got Papa Shango the Godfather, you got Taker, and you got the Godwins. I mean, I'm happy just for that." The 2020 Survivor Series event will likely be a big deal for many reasons. We'll have to see if The Undertaker's farewell lasts, but at least they're bringing in plenty of familiar faces for his send-off. One person who will be at the event is Seth Rollins, but fans should enjoy the former WWE and Universal Champion whilst they still can. Ringside News is reporting that Rollins is scheduled to have some time off soon, as Becky Lynch is preparing to give birth to their first child, and the man has been out of action since May when the announcement was made. It's unclear when Rollins' hiatus will begin, though it won't happen before Survivor Series, but with the self-appointed captain of SmackDown's men's team and Lynch due to deliver the baby next month, it may be a matter of weeks before the architect is gone. Now, earlier this year, it was reported that WrestleMania 37 will be happening in Tampa Bay, Florida, to make up for the fact that the city didn't host WrestleMania 36, but now Tampa may have to wait even longer. At this time, WrestleMania 37 is scheduled to take place on March 28, 2021, but according to WrestleVotes, WWE are considering pushing the show back to April 11th or even April 18th. The thought process is that even moving the show back a few weeks will improve WWE's chances of having live fans in attendance, as every day is crucial time in trying to bring things back to normal. WrestleMania 37 was meant to take place in the SoFi Stadium before it was moved to Tampa Bay, and we'll have to see what WWE decides to do about their biggest show of the year. AEW news next, as Dynamite ended with the return of Pac, and now we have an idea of what the company has planned for the British star. According to Bodyslam.net, Pac will realign himself with Penta and Phoenix to bring back the Death Triangle faction, which will then feud with Eddie Kingston, Butcher, and The Blade. Pac is also expected to stay in the US for a bit before heading back to the UK in late November, with the plan being for him to get to the US again once Dynamite starts filming on a weekly basis. Of course, all international travel plans are up in the air thanks to the current situation, and though Pac's return was a huge deal for AEW, we're hoping that things go as planned for the former WWE superstar from now on. More from AEW, as Jade Cargill was a virtual unknown until this week's Dynamite, but that all changed when she promised that Shaq is coming. In a press release from the company, it's been confirmed that Cargill has signed a multi-year deal with AEW, and the Jacksonville University alumni promised to shake up the women's division and flip the promotion on its head. With a background as a personal trainer and fitness model, Cargill also played basketball at university, and though it's uncertain where this Shaq storyline is going, the NBA Hall of Famer did tease appearing in AEW when he inked his new contract with TNT. Clearly, AEW has a lot of faith in Cargill if she's the woman who will be working with Shaq, and time will tell how the basketball legend fares in the ring. Speaking of new faces in AEW, the company has something special in store for Red Velvet, as they have signed her to a deal. During AEW Unrestricted, Cody Rhodes said that Anna Jay will be a big part of the company's second year, and when he added Red Velvet, before questioning if they had her under contract, Aubrey Edwards confirmed that this was the case, and what she said was breaking news. Fans have seen Red Velvet's alliance with Brandi Rhodes play out on AEW TV recently, and now that alliance looks likely to continue now that Velvet is secured to a deal. Although AEW might be signing a ton of new names, not everyone is so fortunate, and recently, the company confirmed that they had to let someone go thanks to a spot gone wrong. Fans will remember Shawn Spears' debut at Fyter Fest 2019 when he bust open Cody Rhodes with a steel chair shot to the head, and during Unrestricted, the American Nightmare explained what happened. Rhodes said how the original plan was for a cookie sheet to be manufactured into the chair by their props guy Charlie Ramone, but ultimately, the chair didn't look right. Instead, what fans saw was the disastrous results of their decision-making, and Rhodes confirmed that Ramone was fired the same day as head of their props because of how bad things went. Cody certainly seemed cool with how things were in the interview, but that couldn't save Ramone, and now AEW has someone else working on their props. We are looking ahead to next week's programming as Reddit user Space Force 1 has leaked part of the company's show. After being right about many spoilers, including the first to report Abaddon's injury, Space Force revealed that next week we'll see AEW's first talk show segment, which will be The Waiting Room with Britt Baker, and will have Jack Evans and Angelico as her guests. What makes this leak so interesting is that next week's Dynamite will be live, and explaining the situation, Tony Khan has said that The Waiting Room will instead be on AEW Dark. In his response, Khan also promoted some Dynamite matches, including Cody and Darby Allin vs Team Taz, and Orange Cassidy vs Kip Sabian, and now fans know where to go if they want to watch The Waiting Room. We have some unfortunate news from Super Genie, who often accompanies Sabu, as she's had a leg amputated when doctors discovered several artery blockages. Now, GoFundMe has been set up to help her, and with $1,260 of the $50,000 goal raised so far, we certainly hope that Genie, aka Melissa Coates, is able to bounce back from such a terrible situation. More Shaq news, as though we haven't seen him in an AEW match yet, there were rumors for years that he'd one day compete in WWE. Though he did have a spot in the WrestleMania 32 Andre the Giant Battle Royal, there were always rumors of a singles Big Show match that Shaq was game for that ultimately never happened. During Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer explained why the NBA legend never got his match against the former WWE champion, saying, "Both sides blamed the other when it came to Shaquille and WWE. WWE always said that he would talk like he wanted to do it, but he never agreed to do it. WWE also said that he wouldn't train and was always out of shape. Shaquille also said that they promised him an amount of money, but they never put it down." This is certainly two very conflicting stories, but with Jade Cargill promising that the basketball legend is making his way to AEW soon, it looks like Shaq may finally get a mixed tag team match in Daily's place. We've got news from Vice's Dark Side of the Ring next, as Season 3 will have 14 episodes, and the series is making some interesting picks about what's covered. During Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer confirmed that there will be a special on Brian Pillman, as well as the Smith family, which includes Grizzly Smith and his children, Jake Roberts, Rockin' Robin, and Sam Houston. An episode on the Collision in Korea, which saw a combined 355,000 people attend to watch Ric Flair face Antonio Inoki, has also been confirmed, but details are sketchy for the remaining episodes. Meltzer said that a lot of ideas pitched aren't marketable in the US, but he thinks they'll make cool stories. There was also a discussion about doing WWE's situation in Saudi Arabia, where superstars weren't allowed to leave after Crown Jewel 2019. And whilst this would cause Vice a whole lot of problems with Vince McMahon and the roster, it'd be interesting to see Vice's take on what was a difficult situation. More AEW news now, as Tony Khan made some big promises about this week's Dynamite before the show and was pleased with how things went down. In a post-show tweet, Khan said that the winners will be the wrestling fans, as he cited a shift in wrestling's balance of power thanks to Pac's return after an 8-month absence. Khan also said that he has some aces up his sleeve in the weeks ahead, and Khan seems very confident that what he's got in store should make for some very interesting TV. Speaking of Khan, he's usually a thoughtful person who doesn't let emotions get to him, but things were very different during last year's Fyter Fest. On Unrestricted, when Cody Rhodes was telling the story of the chair shot that went wrong, he said that he didn't have a concussion, but was definitely shell-shocked. What was also shocking to the former TNT champion is seeing Khan and Jon Moxley verbally eviscerate Spears after the segment, saying that he'd never seen that side of the boss. Cody added that it was cool to see because it proved how much Khan cared about the show, but he was able to smooth things over when he explained that he was the one who taught Spears how to swing the chair. Spears did get a new nickname out of the segment, being briefly called the Chairman of AEW, but we're not sure if this new moniker was worth getting yelled at by Jon Moxley and your boss. Back to WWE now, as NXT UK recently gained a new name, as Rampage Brown has officially made his NXT debut. Brown debuted during this week's NXT, dispatching of Jack Stars with ease, and comes with a ton of potential after dominating the UK indie wrestling scene. Rampage is a name that WWE has been wanting for a while, and his debut this week certainly made fans happy, even if Jack Stars wasn't too thrilled to see the UK veteran. More AEW news now, as MJF's entry into the Inner Circle could push out another member. During Wrestling Observer Radio, Meltzer discussed that it seems MJF is forcing Sammy Guevara out of the group, as he supposedly forgot to email him to say they weren't meeting at the beach, which caused the Spanish God to miss MJF and Wardlow's induction into the faction. Meltzer also added that the plan is for Guevara to turn face in the long run, and cited that even Matt Hardy put him over during his promo this week, where he wrapped up their Elite Deletion match from Full Gear. MJF even slighted Guevara by not giving him a jacket, before presenting him with one that's far too big, and we doubt he was happy to receive this gift. All signs are pointing to a Guevara face turn in the coming weeks, and with someone as annoying as MJF trying to irritate the Spanish God, we can hardly blame Guevara when he eventually pushes back.